Welcome back to Inside the Middle East. We are in Saad Zaghloul Square. It's a square named after a famous Egyptian nationalist. But here's what's also very interesting about this spot. Legend has it this is where Cleopatra started building her temple to Mark Antony, and also the spot where she ended up killing herself, according to legend. Well, fast forward a couple thousand years, perhaps a little less dramatic, but just as interesting. Over the 20th century, there were many cafes and hotels that attracted VIPs here in Alexandria. And one of those hotels, probably the most famous, is the Cecil. Well, we spoke to someone who knows the place very well, and she gave us a tour.
It's very important to mention that Sofitel Cecil was built in 1929, and it's really part of Alexandria's history. And the hotel was frequently visited by lots of celebrities and famous personalities, such as Henry Moore, Josephine Baker, Churchill, Omar Sharif, Montgomery, and many
Agatha
others.
Christie?
Agatha Christie, of course.
Okay, excellent.
There is a room actually which is named after Agatha Christie. So we're now in the first floor, heading to Monty Bar. Please.
Thank you. This is where Montgomery is said to have planned the major offensive, the major North African strategic offensive for North Africa, for the Allies.
Yes, exactly. And as we said, this bar has been named after Montgomery, and that the decision of the Second World War was made here.
From the bar, the natural place to go when you're done with the bar is back to your room.
Yes.
And if you're lucky, you have one of the giant suites here. What's interesting is that the theme is continued throughout the hotel. Yeah. But you can tell that the chandeliers are original.
Yes.
You have the Venetian
They're
glass.
very
It looks
special.
like you have Austrian crystal also as well.
This particular suite has a great view for both, actually, Saad Zaghloul Square and the sea, the Mediterranean.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a man some might call the Egyptian Gene Kelly, the father of theatrical dance in this country. In fact, his troupe is celebrating its 50th anniversary. And we got you a front row seat.
Dance is strange art. It needs other arts. Not like painting, for example. A painter, his problem is his brushes and colors in a room, and he paints. He doesn't need a story. He doesn't need music. He doesn't need singing. He doesn't need costume.
So Mahmoud Reda and the Red Troupe was the first Arabic troupe who create dances for the stage. I'm working with him now since maybe 13 years, and every time I meet him and I go to his workshops, to his classes, I'm surprised, because he's doing something new, something great.
I used to go to the movies and see the American musicals like Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire and all this. I was fascinated by them. I was inspired by the folklore and putting my own technique and with some blend of classical ballet to improve, the movements.
All over the world there is a big fashion or big, like explosion of people who want to learn Oriental dance or called belly dance. A troupe. This is Al-Andalus dance troupe. We perform Egyptian folklore, Oriental dance, Andalusian inspiration dance. And Mahmoud Reda invite us to perform in this show.
When I was watching last night performance, I was very much surprised. These are Spanish girls and they are singing in Arabic.
I really wanted to do it. Same original choreographies with the same original costumes.
It takes me back years ago. I feel fantastic, like 40 years ago or 30 years ago when I used to be myself on the stage and meet the people and the audience, and if we are successful and they clap. This is happiness.
After the break, your IME diary, Christmas in Bethlehem, and stand-up comedy in Jordan.